Hello, how you doing? Hey, it's Tuesday night. Welcome to this impromptu live show, guys. How you doing? Where are you joining me from tonight? Let me know in the comments. I'm here to unbox some things that I bought. Some things that I've had for a while in my cupboard now. Showa era products from Japan, retro stuff. Yeah. You may have noticed in various videos when I brought in Japan, I have this retro 1960s style, kind of like, I guess, sitting room or something. Here it is here. I love it. And when I got that last year, I went mental and I just fall in love with Showa era stuff. Like the Showa era in Japan, it's kind of like the 1920s to the 1980s. And yeah, I'm looking forward to unboxing these today. We've got a retro turntable, we've got a retro cassette player, and we've got, in a very big box, a retro television. Isn't that exciting? Are you excited? I'm excited. And to kick things off, let's now have a drink. Cheers, everyone. Oh, God. That I made that look a lot harder than it was. Where are you watching from? Let's have a look. Lake District, Finland. F9, Britain. Norway. Southern Ontario in Canada. Hype Train. The actual Hype Train. Hello from Sweden, California, Wales, Czech Republic, China, Norway again. Where are you watching from, though? It's all well and good knowing the country. I want to know how you're watching it. Are you sitting on a bus? Are you tucked away in bed? Are you at your desk secretly skiving off work and being bad? Let me know. Wow, what's this? Jack Lee says, reimbursement for your toys. Cheers to growing the value of your Patreon. Bloody hell, Jack. That's very generous of you. Thank you very much. Yeah, you've just offset the cost of these. To be fair, these were bought with the wonderful people on Patreon. So thank you for the Patreon crew for funding these and Journey Across Japan and just about everything on this channel. But thank you as well, Jack, for now offsetting that as well. I'm going to have to spend that money on something else. But cheers, everyone. And thank you, Jack. Oh, this is good. I discovered this drink when I did a live show with Connor, Sea Dog VA, a few weeks ago, where we drank every single alcohol. I can't say it was overly fun. Actually, no, it was fun. I'm being a bit high. It was fun. But this was like the surprise drink. I'd never had this before. So if you come to Japan or you find this drink anywhere outside Japan, this is the one to get. It's called Kodawari Lemon Sour. And this one's flavored like honey. So it feels good. It's nice. We've got one here from R. Chong who says, New York City at the start of my workday. You lucky devil. I've always wanted to go to New York City. Where are you guys watching from? I am multitasking. I'm in Singapore. I'm in Switzerland in car traffic. Bloody hell, I hope you're not driving. I hope you're not driving and watching this at the same time. I'm in the Philippines and in the living room eating coconut biscuits. Wow, that sounds pretty good. Coconut biscuits? I haven't got any coconut biscuits. I do have some snacks to get me through this. I'll make it sound like it's punishment. Get me through this. Now, it's going to be fun, but I've got some snacks. They're not coconut biscuits. What have I got? I've got some... I don't know if you know, but in Japan, like gummy sweets are like next level gummy. They're like amazing. And these are apple flavored gummy sweets. Oh, look, they appear to be open. I wonder how that could have happened. What a mystery. What a mystery indeed. They're really good though. And I also got these. These are smoky pretz. Smoky pretz. They're basically just like biscuits in stick form. Not as good as coconut biscuits though. It's going to be fun. We've got Lucid Dave, who says, I'm living in Japan. Managed to only spend... You live in Japan, managed to only spend $100 on toys. Teach me your ways, Sensei. I know, right? I don't actually spend that much money on stuff. Like I've got the Game Boy, Guilty Pleasure. Still haven't completed Mario World. I've got the Pac-Man. Why isn't that on? Wouldn't be a video with that Pac-Man on, would it? There we go. Put that on. Well, I don't spend that much on toys and things. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun breaking into these in between taking sips of my drink and answering questions. Good to see you live, says Butte Bomb. You're looking well and happy. Hope you're feeling mighty okay. I'm feeling well. I am feeling happy. I've lost a bit of weight recently. I've lost, I think, 1 kilogram. That's not a lot, is it? Throughout the winter months, I do put on weight. It's well documented that I do that. But I'm losing it now because I can get out and about and enjoy the fine spring weather. I'm in Quebec eating croissants, says Masso Mori. Living the dream. Living the dream. Ohio, from Ohio. The people of Ohio. They're very lucky they get to use that joke. Demarcus Scott says, I won't be able to stay there much longer. I'm moving to Seattle in a week. From Ohio to Seattle. Wow. Is that good? Is that bad? Is that a step up, a step down? What do you think, American viewers? Would you rather live in Ohio or Seattle? To be fair, I've already been to Seattle, and it's pretty good. I do like Seattle. It's a pretty cool place. And good luck there. Got one here from, good Lord, got lots of questions and things. This always happens. I always get overwhelmed. Septic says, enjoy another lemon sour on me, Chris. Thank you very much. I will. And to be fair, I do have another one. So you've paid for that one. So thank you very much. Which one, though? I'm going to put this to you guys. I'm going to let you decide. Which one of these do you want me to open first? Would you rather I open the retro DJ thingamajig? What actually is this? It says... what is it? Oh, it's like a record player, little retro record player, or a cassette recorder. Oh, I'll leave the TV to second. But yeah, which one would you rather see first? Let me know. Record player or cassette player? That takes me back. That does. That's kind of my era. That's not. Let's have it. Let's find out. Andrew says, at least you aren't losing your hair like a certain Welshman. Oh, shots fired. He won't be happy, but he won't be seeing this. I'm not going to say who that's referring to. Cassandra says, cheers to you. And this unboxing, show her the toys. Ah, very clever. It's a pun. Show her the toys. I will show you the toys. Winchester Robinson says, Chris, if I get my job in Fusa, drinks and yakitori grilled skewered chicken on me. If we're ever in Tokyo at the same time. I'm going to hold you to it, Winchester. Going to hold you to it. We got one here from Hanging Out with Otto, who says, please do a camping collaboration video. Reach out to Outdoor Family or Runtime. Cheers for the wit and self-deprecating humour. It's awesome. Thank you very much, Otto. It's very kind of you. And I haven't been camping since I was 19 or 18. I think it was even before that. I don't know the last time I went camping. I think I'm just too old. I'm just too rubbish. I've become a bit of a snob. I don't know, when it comes to camping. The whole idea of camping just, I don't know. How much it appeals to me. But I'll do it just for you. I'll do it just for you, Otto. Don't you worry. Window Task Manager says, good morning from South Carolina. Glad to catch you live while at work. Been a fan for a long time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Venus Tearful says, what do you miss the most from living in the UK? I miss pubs, I miss bacon, I miss cheese, I miss cynicism and sarcasm on an unparalleled scale. That's what I miss about the UK. And Boris Johnson and his wispy hair. Jack Lee says, record, do the record one with the same era. Most of those snacks are now available at retailers in Sydney, but I'd kill for an Ichiran here. Ichiran ramen. It's all right, if not a little bit overrated. All right, let's see what the verdict is then. Which one do you want to see first? Record, cassette, cassette. It's cassette. That's interesting. Everybody wants to see the cassette player. Why would that be? What's this? Oh, fuck. Yeah, it seems like we're going to open the cassette player first then, folks. An MP says, cheers, Chris. More funds for drinks and Family Mart fried chicken. Thank you, MP. I'm not going to eat Family Mart chicken ever again. Well, I've already eaten some since the last video I did with Connor, but yeah, I've cut down my fried chicken consumption after that debacle with Connor. Sitting right here, stuffing our faces with chicken. I've bounced back. My health is better than it was when I made that video. Now, fucking fried chicken with Connor, never again. All right, by popular demand, let's open the cassette player. Let's dive in. Stick that over there. Take a swig of my honey lemon sour. You might have seen the thumbnail that I had this drink. I don't know. Do you guys know what this is? You can hear by the telltale sound of the marble. Okay, you can't hear it. Oh, there you go. I wonder, can I combine the soda Rumnair drink, Japan's most iconic retro drink, with this to create a super magic drink? That's just ruined it now. It tastes like shit. So this is Rumnair, and as you guys, some of you correctly guessed in the comments, Rumnair. It was a drink invented in the 1800s by a Scottish guy living in Corbair, and it's iconic for its design. As you can see here, there's a little marble, and the idea being if you pour it upside down, which I'm not going to do because it's going to go everywhere, but if you do it like vertically down, it stops the sort of liquid coming out. Right? It's just really inconvenient and shit. But anyway, really big drink in Japan, but it's actually losing popularity. It's gone from, I think, millions of people used to drink this every year, but because of COVID, it's actually dropped in popularity because one of the places people drink this the most are Japanese festivals. And in the absence of festivals, because of COVID, nobody's drinking it anymore. So the ramen business is in decline, unfortunately. It's a shame that. But I bought two. I'm here tonight to boost the ramen economy. So I bought two. I must say though, when I open this one for the thumbnail, you have to sort of bang the marble into the drink, and all that happens is the fucking thing explodes. So my fucking desk is covered in numneh, and it's really sticky. Like, this is the stickiest substance known to man. So don't get this all over your bloody desk. Dangerous stuff. All right. We got one here from Adam. Says, good afternoon from the desolate yet sunny north of England. The bacon is great today. You lucky bastard, Adam. What I would give for real bacon. All right, let's get in. Let's get in. I don't have any scissors, so this is going to be inelegant. Shit. Desperately looking for something to open the box. Come on, there must be some. Oh, here we go. A pen that I stole from a hotel. Hotel My Stays. That'll do. What have I become? All right, we're in. Ta-da. So this one costs about 5,000 yen, about $50. Little bit pricey. Let's face it. It is a bit pricey, but it's going to be worth it. I can feel it. Fupaland says, cheers from Puerto Rico, Chris. Hello there. Love to go to Puerto Rico. It's a beautiful part of the world. Okay. There we go. Immaculately wrapped. I'm gonna rate each one of these toys on a scale of 1 to 10. First impressions, pretty good. I think it looks nicely wrapped. There's a little cassette there. Look at that. It's not a real cassette. It's like a plastic fake cassette, but maybe it does something. I don't know. We'll put that there. Ooh. And we've got a little manual there in Japanese. Fairly indecipherable. Probably take me half an hour to read that. Radio Kid says, I'm going to second the idea of having some camping videos. What is this? It's just me sitting in a room being told by people around the world to make a camping video. I'd love to see some videos of the deep countryside, especially with the camera work and editing. I might well do that. Just got to find the right person to go camping with. Who would I take camping with me? Natsuki? Certainly not Ryotaro. Kyla says, I've just stopped to say hi. How are you? Have a drink on me. Thank you very much, Kyle. I will. All the best. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Got one here from Unlucky White, who says, Chris, I'm so glad to catch you live. You inspired me to start learning Japanese, and I'm on track to pass the JLPT in December, the Japanese language proficiency test. That's amazing. Not even I've passed the Japanese language proficiency test. So good luck with that. I did take it, N2, the second hardest one. Narrowly failed. Bitter disappointment. Don't want to think about that. But good luck with the test. I hope you pass. I hope it goes all right. What one is it? Darth Sissis says, I'm thirding the idea of camping videos. There we go again. Chris and marshmallows and Natsuki being scared in the woods. Yeah, Natsuki would be my human shield against the bears, the many bears that lurk in the forests of Japan. All right. There we go then. Ta-da! So this is a working electronic toy. I've yet to discover how it works. What are your thoughts on that? Does that look good? You should go camping with Quinlan. You should go camping with Connor, Ladybeard, Pete. The possibilities, limitless. I wonder. So there are batteries in it already, so that's pretty cool. Look at this though. Let's see. So there's little buttons on the top. Let's see if they actually do anything. Eject. Oh, that's exciting. So the plastic cassette, the little toy cassette, actually goes in there like a real cassette player. This is the best $50 I've ever spent. Right, here we go. Oh no, I've got to open. Fucking hell, the cassette is in a cassette player holder thing. That's cool, isn't it? Here we go. It was my birthday about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and this is a birthday present to myself. Putting the the cassette in. Get in there. Yes, fits. We're in. Ta-da. So I think it can do two things. This, I think it's both a radio, because look, there's a little aerial there, and it's a voice recorder. Whether or not it works, we're about to find out. Slycat says, greetings from Preston. I'd love to see a video of you being miserable at Tokyo Disneyland. God, I'm not going to Disneyland again. Tokyo Disneyland is a fate worse than death. I stood in a queue for 3 hours, 20 minutes to go on the 20,000 Leagues Under the Shit ride. And I'm still, after 5 or 6 years, I still remember it vividly and bitterly. I'm never going to Disneyland again. But thank you very much for watching. Softy says, have you ever thought of doing a video on Japanese phone culture? Love your videos and greetings from LA. Japanese phones used to be really wacky and cool and interesting. And then you might be aware of the Galapagos kind of syndrome, the Galapagos thing, where Japan had this phone market that was like just completely different and better than all the phones in the world. Like in the 90s, phones in Japan had like, I think not 3G, but they had like internet and they had radios and TV built into them. And then the iPhone came along, completely destroyed the Japanese phone market, and now everyone has an iPhone. So that's the end of that video. That's what it would be, really. I'd look at some cool phones that died out. Game Deathmatch says, I saw you comment on Tokyo Lens's Abandoned Villages video. He carries a box of camping gear around with him. I'm not going camping with Norm. I've already just spent a week with him on the road doing Journey Across Japan. That was quite fun. Got one here from Valicious, who says, I'm still waiting for Yakuza or the Baby Metal video. Judging by the amount of Yakuza stories you get on a Abroad in Japan podcast, it's exactly what people want. It is, isn't it? Me getting shot in the face by the Yakuza. That's a video right there. I think I'll have to take Natsuki with me as like a bodyguard. Greetings from Canterbury, Chris. Do you miss us? No, I don't. No, I do like Canterbury. It's very nice. It's very nice town. I miss it. All right, let's dive in. It's on. Oh, there's a fucking light. This is exciting. What happens now? Okay, there's a little switch. It says radio or tape. Oh, we've got radio. Does it actually work? Can we hear anything? That's AM. Let's switch it to FM. Oh, no, nothing. Yep, nobody. Oh, I can just about hear something. No, it's fucked. All right, that's the radio out the window. Do people listen to radio these days? They don't, do they? All right, let's switch it to audio mode. Let's see how it works as a microphone. What should I say into the microphone? Quick, somebody give me some ideas. What should I say into the microphone to test it out? Do a beatbox rap, couldn't I? All right, we'll hit the record button. Oh, no. Oh, shit. What's going on here? It's recording. It's recording right now. And this is the message. This is it, isn't it? This is going to be the most underwhelming message. Stop recording. That's cool. When you hit the buttons, it makes a little noise. Okay, let's hit the play button. Oh, it's recording. It's recording right now. And this is the message. This is it, isn't it? This is going to be the most underwhelming message. Stop recording. Wow, it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. What do you think, guys? What's the verdict? So it's a voice recorder, a radio that doesn't work, but the dedication to the cause, the design, the functionality, like, it's cool. I mean, that's going to go. It's going to go on my shelf like that and block out that thing. I quite like that. I think I'm going to give that. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, maybe an 8. Wow. The fact that all the buttons work and do things, and the fact that this opens, I mean, that is pretty cool, isn't it? Not worth $50 though, says Chris. Yeah, I know it's not, is it? All right, we'll give it a 7 out of 10. We take the value into consideration, the design, the functionality. It's a 7 out of 10. The question is, can the other two things, the TV and the DJ thingamajig, can it beat this? Find out after I've had a sip of my drink. We've got some questions here. Jack Lee says, will we be getting Natsuki the movie, a sequel? I mean, Journey Across Japan, the new one that's coming out in a minute, probably about 3 weeks. That's better than Natsuki the movie because there's going to be 5 episodes and they're each going to be about 25 to 30 minutes long. So it's going to be like twice the length, 3 times the length of Natsuki the movie. And Natsuki's basically the main character. Like me, Joey, and Natsuki are in it, but it's essentially just Natsuki. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But thank you very much, Jack. Derek says, Journey Across Japan 1 helped me escape from the most difficult period in my life. Things are good now, but I know the effort you put into the videos and the channel, and they have a special place in my heart. Thank you so much, Derek. And I'm really glad to hear that. I'm really glad the videos helped you. I'm glad to hear you're doing very well. Thank you so much. I'd love to redo like Journey Across Japan 1, but better. Do it again. This time I'll actually hire some editors to like edit it for me, so I can like do every single day and get each video out on a daily basis. So I might well put the super chat you just donated. I might well put that towards the next series. But thank you so much, Derek. All the best. JN says perhaps Go North Japan Quinlan could take you camping. Could he? Bloody Quinlan. I haven't seen Quinlan in a while. I hope he's doing all right. Joe says, is it getting hot over there? Are you looking forward to pretty much dying in the Japanese summer? I'm not looking forward to dying, Joe. I'm not looking forward to dying. I'm also looking at climbing Mount Fuji this year. So that's something to look forward to. I'm probably going to die doing that if I'm going to die doing anything. I haven't climbed it since 2013 now. So I don't know if I'm fit enough to climb Mount Fuji, but I'm going to try. I'm going to make it possible. I've got 2 or 3 months to get fit, so let's try and make it happen. Alexandros says you could do a camping video and compare the camping assortment at different 100 yen shops before hitting the wild. Everyone loves this camping idea. Unlucky White, following on from his Japan language test, he says he's doing just N5 right now. It's been a rewarding experience. Yeah, I mean N5 is a good Japanese test to sort of get you warmed up, get to know all the vocabulary, and start having conversations with people. So, yeah, good luck with that. Hope it goes all right. When are you going on a ferry across Japan? Says Bo Fast. I am going on a ferry across Japan in 3 weeks because we did it in the first episode of Journey Across Japan. I had $50 headphones that sound worse than that radio. I was probably drunk when I was purchasing them, to be fair. It says TDU Shelby. Yeah, the audio is good, right? Pretty cool stuff. All right, let's move on to this one. This is the one we've all been waiting for. Actually, I think this is the most underwhelming looking of the 3. I think this one does look the best, so we are saving the best till last here. All right, so this is a smartphone. It literally says Smartphone Dorga. Kind of smartphone video TV device. Let's break into it. Where's my stolen hotel pen? Doubles as a knife. Come on. Spent $50 on this. Destroyed the box with a cheap pen. Absolute disgrace. Absolute fucking disgrace of a human being. And on a Tuesday. I hope your Tuesday's getting better than this. Anybody got anything fun planned for Tuesday? For those of you that just woken up in America? Oh God, don't rip the box. Probably going to sell this one day. Oh, all right. This is it, isn't it? This is just the show. It's a grown man struggling to open a box. This is how depressing. Joseph says, when will Journey Across Japan 2 be released? Came out in October, Joseph. Came out in October and November. And do you like Akira Kurosawa films? And have you seen anything cool related to that in Japan? I mean, you can't go wrong with Akira Kurosawa. Seven Samurai. It's a cracking film. Love it. Absolutely love it. Robo Krish says, what do you recommend to do as daily focus tasks to get through JLPT N5 Japanese language test as quickly as possible? I only have a couple of days, hours a day to spare. My advice is just in everyday life, like when you're doing stuff, right? Just walk around and ask yourself, what is that in Japanese? What would this be in Japanese? What would that be? Try and think in Japanese, like use all the Japanese vocabulary, and that will help you kind of recall it and remember it. And because you've got like probably 500, 1,000 words Japanese vocabulary in your head right now, and you've got to start using it. So look at like items around you, and that's not a television, that's a terebi. That's not a box, that's a hako. That's not a lemon sour, that's a lemon sour. So do that, and you will pass jail NPT 5 effortlessly, without a shadow of a doubt. All right, here we go. This is it, folks. The big one. Literally, it's the biggest one. And oh, look at that! It's got a little bit of cardboard there to make it look good. I'll put that back. There we go. I like it. It looks like it's got this it's made out of plastic, but it's got this sort of wooden looking finish to it. I like that. That's craftsmanship, that is. Otto says, no excuses for bailing on a camping video. Do a car camping video. What is this? Doing camping. All right, I'll do it just for you, Otto. I'll do a camping video before the year's out. I want you to all harass me and bully me until I make this fucking camping video before the end of the year. I'm going to pick a friend. Could be Natsuki, Ryotaro, Joey, Charlotte, Connor. Those are all my friends. There's more. And we'll pick one of them. We'll go camping. Or all of them. We could take all of them. We could have like the world's biggest YouTuber camping trip. That could be fun. Somebody remind me about that because I'm definitely going to forget. Chris, I love all your videos. Will you be Trash Taste's first guest in their new studio? I'd love to see you be an annual guest of theirs. If they'll have me, I'll do it. But probably not unless they invite me. They must be fed up of me on Trash Taste. I've been there, 2 or 3 times now? But I'm hoping to do something with them again soon. Arseny says, can you confirm my suspicion that British people think they are superior because they have a British accent? No, because in the UK, your superiority depends on your accent, right? So if you sound like me, you're kind of like somewhere like in the lower bit. But if you talk like this, oh fucking hell, it's a television, it's a toy, it's fantastic, then you're in the sort of upper tier. And that is when you can feel superior, when you speak like that. Spooky Susan says, they just want to see you eaten by bears, Chris. Don't listen to them. I know, right? I feel it. This is a conspiracy. They don't want me to go camping. They want me to die. They want me to get eaten by a bear. Just like I ate a bear. It's revenge. Chris, you think you'll ever get your COVID vaccine within the year? I hear Japan is rubbish with getting jabs compared to other countries. I mean, I'd like a jab. I got offered a jab from the UK, but I'm not there. So that sucks, but hopefully I'll get one before the year's out. Would be nice to put this whole COVID crap behind us once and for all. All right, so time to use this TV. I think, judging by the instruction manual, which is in here, let's have a quick look. The instruction manual says, get your smartphone and put it in the television, and then download the app for using it. Now, I thought ahead here because I knew that it'd be boring watching me download an app. So on the back of the box, on the bottom of the box, it tells you what app to download for this. So I downloaded it. One step ahead, ladies and gentlemen, one step ahead. So let's get the app on. Okay. It's called like Retro. Oh, Takaratomi. Oh, it's gone now. Okay. So we take the TV. We put this in the TV. There you go. And there is your retro Japanese TV. Is that it? Does it do anything else? I sound a bit ungrateful, don't I? Hang on. That looks a bit rubbish. Let's go into settings and see what we can do on the app. Adjust screen size. Okay. Okay, so this is cool. So you can adjust the smartphone app to where you want the screen to be for the television. Set this position. Yep. Do you want to set your screen here? Yeah. Select period. 1950s black and white. Yeah. And again, it's got. God, this is going to be a very low number in my review. All right. Let's see what happens. Adjust the volume. Turn off auto brightness We recommend using it as Wi-Fi. Oh wow! So there you go. So what you do is in the app you type in the YouTube video that you want to watch, and then it runs the filter over it. It's pretty cool. Jack Lee says, "Have you thought about any possible new countries for the next evolution of Abroad in X? It's going to be abroad in a remote island in the Pacific." Whoa, what's that? Okay, no, that's. Oh shit. Okay, so that thing behind me is a Bluetooth speaker. I completely forgot about that. And I've loaded up the song from Natsuki the movie. I don't know if you remember, Natsuki does like a song, and it's playing like really weirdly slow. But the audio's coming out. Gonna get a copyright claim from Natsuki. It's pretty cool. Let's turn it up. What a fucking weird evening. Pretty cool, that. Look at that. Nice. This is so surreal, having like a 1950s Natsuki wearing a punk rock outfit. Oh, this video's ended now. That's the end of that bit. Okay, it's interesting. It feels like it was a good idea, but poorly executed. What do you think? David Parrish says, "Life is balloons." Yes, it is David Parrish. I love that song. Life is balloons. Okay, what's the verdict? So there's nothing else it does really. There's a little switch that does what can only be described as fuck all. There's you put that in there, and it's playing the video again. But yeah, what's that? 1 to 10. Let us know. While you decide, I'll take a swig of my drink. I love this drink. It's so good. Crash says, "Hey Chris, love the inspirational yet wacky content. Makes me want to cause chaos in Japan myself. Keep it up, man. Much love." Thanks, man. Have a good one. There is a lot of wacky stuff, especially in the new Journey Across Japan. Look at this. I'm going to give you an exclusive first ever look at the new series of Journey Across Japan. I've just finished working on the trailer for this for Journey Across Japan, and it'll be coming out soon, probably in I don't know, a week or two. Oh, this is the trailer for Journey Across Japan 3. Not. I don't know if you can hear the audio out the speaker. I've locked my phone. Whoops. You'll see the whole trailer soon, though. It's a fucking cool trailer, to be honest. I don't think a lot of the videos I make are good, but that is a solid trailer, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And it will be released early on Patreon later this week, so go and check that out. I've been told the Abroad Japan Patreon is very good value for money. I don't know if that's true or not, but for $2, you get access to about 50 videos. So it is good value, I think. But anyway, go and check out the Abroad Japan Patreon. The trailer will be there next week, and it will be out on the Abroad Japan channel in 2. G-Man says, "Hey Chris, hope you're good. I'm a university photography student and wanted some recommendations on cameras. Love the content." I would say cameras, the Panasonic GH5, the camera I built this channel with, is really great value for money these days. And I would say the Sony ZV-1 camera is the perfect vlogging camera. So depends how much money you have and what budget for photography. But yeah, GH5 is good. Or the Sony A7C is really good as well. Sony A7C, Panasonic GH5 or Sony ZV-1. Best of luck with that. Good luck. Chris, do you know if Japan will open up a travel bubble, says Gemma, to certain countries soon? I've got 2 Aussies, Joey folk, I like that, Joey folk here, that really want to come back soon. Yeah, I mean, the whole opening up Japan, it's looking like it's going to be late. They might open a bubble for countries that have been vaccinated or cases are really low. But honestly, I haven't seen any movement yet. I've been saying to my friends, don't book any holidays this year because it just don't know, right? It's going to be a lot of hassle. So if you want to come to Japan this year, come if you can, but don't book flights yet. Hold off. There is a chance you might be able to come around autumn or Christmas, but yeah, I haven't seen anything that kind of suggests that, unfortunately, at the moment. Please upgrade the Journey Across Japan trailer to the Journey Across Camping trailer. Journey Across Camping. Unbelievable. So the verdict on the TV, let's dive into the comments. Back up. It looks like 6, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6. It looks like there's a unanimous agreement that this is a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. I think I'm going to give it a 5 because there's no like moving parts in it apart from this dial that does nothing. The legs already fallen off. That's unfortunate. A little bit tacky. And yeah, if somebody gave me that for Christmas, I'd have to pretend to be happy. And that's never a good sign of a present, is it? When you have to pretend to be happy. So yeah, I'm going to give that a 5. 5 out of 10. So 5 out of 10 for the TV thing. 7 out of 10 for the cassette voice recorder concept with the moving part featuring the cassette. Pretty funky. Let's see if we can beat it in the third and final one. Let's see if... There goes the TV's leg. Let's see if we can beat it with the DJ record playing thingamajig after I've had a drink. Maggie says, thank you for being you. Thank you, Maggie. It's very kind. I don't know how I feel about being me, but it's all right, generally. Thank you very much. Mason says, first super chat. I love the content, though. What would you say would be a good place to start if someone wanted to come to teach in Japan? I'd say start with the JET program, Japan Exchange Teaching Program. It is the most favourable way to get a teaching job in Japan. You do have to pass some sort of scary interview, but if I can pass it, that kind of helps. It can be quite competitive, but yeah, the JET program. Failing that, Interac is a good way in. But those are the two best ways: JET and Interac. I just wanted to get your opinion about a study abroad in Japan. Do you think that September to January or April to August would be better, and why? Says 170 GBNG. I would recommend September to January because April to August, for 3/4 of that time, it's just going to be like being in an oven. Like Japan isn't a whole lot of fun from June to August. It's just like you just have to sit indoors and open boxes and drink things because you can't really go outside. It's too damn hot. Cheers from India, Chris. What's your favourite music from Japan? Also, if there's a Japanese movie, would you watch it dubbed or subbed? Always watch movies subbed. Otherwise, you're kind of missing the nuance, I feel. Yeah, I feel like unless it's really well dubbed, like some anime, I'd say always subbed. And as for my favourite Japanese music, there's an artist I love, and I listen to him every day when I'm working. Keeps me sane. And he's called Tatsuro Yamashita. There you go. Check that out. Tatsuro Yamashita. It ain't happening. Come on, camera. Don't let me down. You're letting me down. But yeah, Tatsuro Yamashita is the problem is he's got quite a complicated. There you go. Fuck's sake. This Logitech. I'm going to ring up Logitech and shout at some people once this live show's over. But yeah, Tatsuro Yamashita. Somebody type it in the comments because that didn't help. Your videos helped me through quarantine to release stress. Thank you to you. I somehow entered medicine school. Greetings from Chile. Bloody hell. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I hope good luck at medicine school. Like good luck. That's going to be a tough one, but I'm sure you can get through it. Tetravolt says, good morning from Delaware. Is there anything interesting to do in Honshu? I was born there in 1996. I want to go back so badly. I mean, Honshu is like most of Japan. It's like 70% of Japan. So, yes, there's Tokyo, there's Kyoto, there's Sendai, there's more. There's more than that. There's Hiroshima. There's everything. Yeah, it's good. Come back. Come to Honshu. All right, this is it. I've been looking forward to this one. Are you excited too? Ladies and gentlemen? This is some sort of record player. It says wireless speaker. Oh, it's a wireless Bluetooth speaker. Ooh, this is going to be fun. All right, let's see. Let's dive in. Where's the pen? Pen. It's a sort of Japanese skill you need to pass N5. All right, we're in. Boom. I love the. Oh, that's cool. Is that I was going to say, is that Tatsuro Yamashita, the Japanese artist? It's not at all. These are artists from like the 1980s. I can't read their names, so somebody in the comments is going to have to do it. Oh, it says oh, it says Goro-san. So you got Goro, and it says here, Boku ga tomaranai. I can't stop singing, presumably. Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? Ooh. Oh, I like the look of it. This looks properly retro. Look at that cheap retro red finish. I like that. And look at that. Yes, get a little handlebar. This is great. It reminds me of the video I did with Connor, Sea Dog VA. In the last video on this channel, when we stayed at a Kyoto townhouse, there was like a record player, and Connor fucking loved it. All evening he was there dancing around. He wouldn't stop. It was quite annoying. Patrick says, I'd love to see Journey Across Japan on a motorcycle. I can't wait to get back to Japan. I visited the Kansai region already. Where should I go next? I recommend, if you like motorcycles, Patrick, I recommend Central Japan, where we went on Journey Across Japan 2, because the mountains are so beautiful. The Japanese Alps were made for motorbikes. I have a good friend, Yuki, and every week he sends me photos bragging about him on his big Harley Davidson driving through the mountains of Japan. Times like that, I wish I could ride a motorbike. I should probably learn. All right. So there's like a little thing on top. Oh, look at that. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. So it's a Bluetooth speaker. I've got to be careful here that my phone doesn't start playing some sort of copyright music and this whole live stream goes down the pan very quick. We've got one question from Rob. It says, thank you for introducing us to your best American friend Peter in the last video. When can we expect the quest to repair his broken periscope in Ishigaki, Okinawa? Yeah, I love doing that last video on Abroad in Japan with Pete. That was a lot of fun. Like, it's I think that's the first or second time I've had a friend on the channel who's not like another YouTuber, right? It's nice to get genuine friends on the video sometime. Of course, all my YouTuber friends are genuine friends, but it's also nice to get someone who's not a YouTuber. And Pete loved it. And he's got a Twitch channel which you can check out. It's called Premiere 2. And he does Twitch like every night. He's probably doing it right now. Hello, Pete, if you're watching. He's not. Right, let's dive in. Switched on. Oh. What happens now? What's going on? Shit. I feel like something's supposed to happen, but I don't know what it is. Sounds like the story of my life. Come on, do something. Impress me. All right, well, let's connect it. It's supposed to be a Bluetooth speaker. So let's pick a song that's not copyrighted or I can use legitimately. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, no. Oh, shit. It's using that speaker. God damn it, Bluetooth. Why do you have to be so complicated? Pairing. Oh. Come on, pair. This is it, isn't it? This is Tuesday. Fucking pair. Do something. This is going to be a 1 out of 10 if this doesn't work. Got to be patient with Bluetooth, haven't we? Was it working? Ah, it's connected. Oh, okay. Okay. Right, let's get a song up. Let's try. What's this one? What's the Journey Across Japan soundtrack called? Anybody know? There's a here it is. Somebody's literally uploaded it. Abroad in Japan music soundtrack. Okay. So, that's cool. When you take the needle off, it stops playing the music. Brilliant. Oh, okay. What's the verdict, folks? That's it. Head banging music. It's pretty cool, isn't it? All right. Quite like that. It's pretty cool. Interesting. What do you think, guys? The numbers are coming in thick and fast. We've got 6. We've got 7. Lots of 7s. I'm feeling like this is going to be a 7. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's a tough one. It's a tough one. You should choose the song "I Have a Bad Case of Diarrhea," says Matthew. No, Matthew, I've learned my lesson with that damn song. Well, Mr. Donaldson, come for a drink in his hometown anytime soon. I'm waiting for him in Hartlepool. I don't know how often he goes back to Hartlepool, actually. Christy, watch HoloLive VTubers. No, I've only just discovered what they are. Premiere 2. Wow, Pete himself says, hello, Chris. I'm watching. You muppet. Are you really? So you're watching this, Pete, on Twitch. Let's see if he's actually on Twitch right now. No, he's not. Oh, that's a shame. I was gonna stream you while streaming this. Oh well. Yeah, all right. 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 20 out of 20. Well, that's still at 10 out of 10. I think the verdict on this is, I think it's an 8. I do think it's an 8. Fuck. I think we're gonna go with 7 because while I do like this, and I like the fact it moves, like that is kind of cool. Like while it does kind of do things. Oh fuck! Music's coming out that speaker now. I think, yeah, I think this is going to win. I'm going to give that a 7, and I'm going to give this. No, I'm going to up that. That's an 8. That's an 8. That's a 7, and that is the end of that bit. There we go, folks. Each of these items cost. That cost $50. That cost $50. They all cost $50. So in hindsight, I think it was more than $100. But if you buy them as a set on Amazon, I think it is all $100 combined. So I don't know how that works. All I know is I like this one the most, even though I can't play my favorite songs out of it. It's pretty cool. I just love this is just, for me, it's just really nostalgic. I remember the days of cassettes. I remember it very vividly, having to like record things on cassette and how annoying it was and how complicated. And it's just nostalgic fun, and I love it. And I love the fact you can get the cassette out. That is cool. You can't be denied. That is cool. That's a solid 8 out of 10. And do you agree? Chris, can it play Jack Sadler's 1,000-Year-Old Log in Japan remix? Oh my god! A guy called Jack Sadler, made a remix of Joey and I. I don't even know how to find this video. 1,000-Year-Old Log. You might remember in Journey Across Japan 2, Joey and I sat in a 1,000-year-old log, and Jack made a rap about it, basically taking the piss out of it. Unfortunately, I can't find it though, so that sucks. I was going to show you that. 1,000-year-old log. Nah, can't find it. That's too bad. That's a shame, isn't it? All right, let's dive into some questions. Greetings, Chris. What do you think set you apart? The jumper's coming off, the jacket's coming off. What do you think set you apart from others on the JET program? I think what set me apart was because the year that I joined, it was the Fukushima nuclear disaster, the second worst nuclear disaster in world history. Thus, the JET program had less applicants. I was probably one of 3 applicants that got on. That is how I got on the JET program. It's the sad reality, isn't it? The sad truth about how I weaseled my way onto the JET program. Martin says, good afternoon, Chris, from the Czech Republic. Are you ever planning to do a video on the JG SDF live fire exercises on Mount Fuji? Is that the Japan military, right? Japanese military. No, I'm not going to drive down there and get shot by the Japanese military, but I'd like to go and have a look. I don't know if I'll film it. They used the Journey Across Japan song in a Bon Appetit video recently, and I got so confused. Yeah, I mean, the theme tune for Journey Across Japan, it's a royalty-free soundtrack. I didn't make it myself, so everyone uses it, but just assumes it's stolen or something from abroad in Japan, but it's not. but I like to think it is. I should track down the guy that made it. I think it's a guy called Matthew Maguire, maybe. Should track him down and give him some money and buy the copyright to that song. I have to get my hair dyed purple today. Enjoy the rest of your day, says Seri. Wow, it's going to be a fun day. Getting your hair dyed purple. What makes someone decide that purple's the colour they want their hair? I'm not being critical. I think that's cool. But like, why purple? Why not like red or blue or those are the only colours I can think of. But why purple? Maybe I should dye my hair purple. It's a quick way to boost views for me. Actually, no, it probably won't go so well if I do that. Prince Ali says, Chris, I've been whipping cream for a cake since this started. My arms hurt. Send help. Prince Ali the Glorious. I just love this Arabian prince whipping up cream somewhere in a desert. That's good luck with that though. That's good. That's good exercise. Whipping cream. It's good. Speaking of exercise, I'm going to do some exercise now with my mouth because I'm going to eat these. The Pretz smoky cheese. Delicious smoky cheese taste. Allegedly. A good friend. I did get one, but it was my birthday 2 weeks ago. I'm going to keep saying that. Oh, shit. And a good friend got me this. Do you know what this is? I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious, but a good friend bought me this. The Game Boy Pocket. My good friend Ellen, you might have seen her on the original journey across Japan. We went to Hiroshima and where else did we go? Mainly Hiroshima. But she got this as my birthday present to complement the big Game Boy. And she messaged me afterwards and said, "Oh, I thought it was a Game Boy Color. It's not a Game Boy Color. It's a mere Game Boy Pocket, which is, of course, the original Game Boy shrunk down into a slightly smaller form factor. But are the screens the same size? Yes, they are. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Reminds me of the iPod Mini. But that's a considerable saving on size. However, I still do prefer the original Game Boy. There's something kind of satisfyingly weighty about this, like holding it in your hands. I love it. Jonathan says, it's too big to fit in your pocket. I mean, you could fit that in your pocket. I'm gonna try. Yeah, it fits really well. Does this one fit in the pocket? It does. I think that says something about the size of my jean pockets rather than the size of this. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I look forward to playing that. She also sent a game. Ta-da! It is, of course, Wario Land. Takes me back to 1993 or 4 when that came out. This came out 1989 in Japan, I think, but it was released in 1990 in the UK. And that it's also the first games console I ever got, so it's very nostalgic holding that. Right, let's have a late night dinner and dive into some questions. Via says, Chris, what's your favourite scene in Muppets Treasure Island? I love the blind pew scene. I love Muppets Treasure Island. It's probably the best film ever made. I am a film buff. I love films. I watch films every day. I watched, what was the film I watched yesterday? LA Confidential. Cracking film. Rewatched it yesterday. But Muppets Treasure Island is better than anything. It's better than The Godfather. It's better than Raging Bull or Goodfellas or any film you can think of. Muppets Treasure Island is a masterpiece because Tim Curry as the pirate, as Long John Silver, and the father-son relationship between him and Jim Hawkins. Oh, it's just incredible. It's a fucking good film. Go and watch it. When you finish watching this, go and watch Muppets Treasure Island. You won't be disappointed. And the best scene is when Long John Silver sails away at the end, and it's quite sad. And that's that bit done. Prince Ali says, to clarify, I'm a white guy living in Nottingham. Oh dear. That's ruined my image of you whipping cream in a Saudi Arabian desert. What's your favourite English town attraction in Japan? Having visited a few, says Mike. It's true. I visited the one with Joey. I can't remember what it was called. It was just called British Town. I visited the one in Fukushima with Ryotaro, and I visited the one with Connor, which is like a little Welsh town just outside of Kyoto, more recently on his channel. And the best of the three has to be British Hills in Fukushima. and I regret not making a video on it. It is on Ryotaro's channel, Ryotaro's Japan. But yeah, that was the best. It's a real Japanese, a real British town, staffed by like loads of British people, a terrifying amount of British people. And the strange thing about British Hills is it's like this town in the mountains of Fukushima. It's very remote, very hard to get to. And you get there in the mountains, in the middle of nowhere, and then there's just a castle and loads of buildings. There's like a pub, there's like a cafe, and then there's like 30 British people, and it's really quite surreal. It feels like a alternate parallel world or something. But they do good fish and chips. They've got good cider, and you can go there, just drive there and have a nice lunch. So go there, Mike. It's amazing. You won't be disappointed. Nick says, "Good afternoon from the UK. Can you suggest a good place to learn Japanese in Japan for foreigners?" I recommend. Where do I recommend? ISI Language School, the one I did the video on. That was pretty good. They've got a pretty good reputation. But it looked good. If I was going to learn anywhere, it would be there. And you can see it in a video called "I Went to a Japanese Language School." Can't remember what I called it, but it was a lot of fun actually. And yeah, I can't recommend it enough. Chris, Star Wars or Star Trek? Star Wars. Though I must admit, I've fallen out of love with Star Wars. I love Star Wars, or I did, but the last 3 films they're just shit. I hate them so much. Oh, just thinking about it makes me sad. Jason says, "Do you have a PO box that things can be sent to?" Unfortunately, not, Jason. I don't have a PO box, but I probably should work on it. Oh, this is good. Shit. This is it, folks. Cheesy, smoky taste. Oh, I like that. That's a 9 out of 10. That. With my gummy sweets. Chris, have you been to the Studio Ghibli Museum? No, not yet. I really should go at some point. Chris, when you were teaching English, did sarcasm come up much? Sarcasm. I'm aiming for Jet and pretty much only speak sarcasm, which hasn't been invented in Japan. Yeah, don't do sarcasm in Japan or as a teacher. I think it'll just confuse people. And yeah, I can't recommend it, unfortunately. But I share your pain. As someone who's quite sarcastic, it was disappointing and sad to have to put that part aside for a bit. Chris, The Mandalorian was good though, wasn't it? Yeah, it was good. Mandalorian's good. That's good. Let's just forget about the last 3 Star Wars films and focus on The Mandalorian and the other films before it. So these are good. It's like a cube with a slice of apple in it. It's very nice. Very exotic. Very, that's good, that. Chris, how did Ryotaro end up with the Risotto name? The last 3 Star Wars movies are trash. The Mandalorian's great, though. Yeah. I mean, Risotto, I remember we did a video where Ryotaro and I went and stayed at like a Japanese mountain temple. A really cool video. I really like that one. This beautiful mountain temple. And before that, in the video, we went for lunch at this Italian restaurant. And I remember while we were there having lunch, I received a comment or something where someone referred to Ryotaro as risotto. And I read it out in the video over lunch, and it's just stuck ever since. And it's just easier to say than Ryotaro, because Ryotaro's nickname is actually Taro. Most of Ryotaro's friends just call him Taro. But I think Ryotaro is actually quite a difficult name to say, and he always criticizes me. He always says that I'm saying it wrong, because it's like Ryotaro, but it's a difficult name to say. So risotto is just easier, and it's funnier, and he's risotto. Chris, have you visited the soap lands in Japan? I wonder how many people watching this know what a soap land is. It's a shop that sells all the soaps of Japan, various soaps, wonderful soap. It's not that. No, I've not been to Soapland. I have not been. I'm a man of honour. I don't go to Soapland. I don't know if anyone who has been, actually. I was going to say, did Joey go in that recent video of his? He went to some sort of porn star theme park, didn't he? Was there a Soapland in that? I don't think there was. But if you like soap, go to a soap land. Chris, have you visited Swedish Hills in Hokkaido? It's a replica of a traditional Swedish town. I've been wanting to go there, but fate has stood in the way, mainly because Swedish town is in a really weird place in Hokkaido. So every time I think about going, it's kind of like the wrong way. It's kind of like right, and I'm going left. So one day we will go. One day we'll go to Swedish land, and the people of Sweden will rejoice. Jackass of all trades says, if you hate the new Star Wars movies, you need to watch the animated shows. Clone Wars and Bad Batch are way better than the new trilogy. I'm sure they are. I mean, it's not hard to beat the new Star Wars trilogy. Like a video of like me just sitting here eating these is probably more entertaining than the new Star Wars films. Absolute rubbish. It's just sad. I just didn't care about any of the characters except maybe Kylo Ren. Very disappointing. Just shit. How can you spend like $800 million on something that has no thought put into it? I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair to everyone that worked on it. But my main problem with Star Wars, and I'm going to draw a line under this now before I go off on a rant, is that they clearly didn't have a link between the three films, right? So between, I didn't mind the first one, kind of set it up nicely. The Last Jedi had some good stuff in it, some not so good stuff, and then Rise of Skywalker was just complete and utter shit. And so it felt like they hadn't actually plotted the sort of the narrative. They just sort of made it up from film to film as they went, and that was the problem with it. And that's the end of that. I did like Rogue One though. I thought Rogue One was kind of cool. And that's the end of Star Wars. Right. Sorry, I got my geology mixed up. Is there anything fun to do in the Tama area? My family was at Yokota Air Base. I don't really know Tama. I think there's a good view of Mount Fuji not too far away in that part of town. Any tips for eating gluten-free in Japan? A friend of mine is a celiac, and we've been trying to plan our trip around it. Oh, I don't know. I'm not. I sometimes suspect that I'm a celiac. I should probably get that looked into. But I honestly, I don't know. Yeah, gluten-free. Yeah, things like ramen could be a problem. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They do have a lot of MSG and a lot of stuff they do put into foods. And yeah, I don't know if any of you guys in the comment section have any thoughts on that, but not really my forte, unfortunately. David says, give us your best impression of the Emperor. No, I will not. No chance. I've already humiliated myself enough on this live show today. Doing an impression of Emperor Palpatine will seal the deal of my humiliation. My turn to the shit side will be complete. These are really good. Okay. What else do I have to show you? Well, I'm going to show you how to open this drink. All right. So let's rewind all the way back to an hour ago. This is Rumney. It's an iconic Japanese drink invented by a Scottish guy living in Corby in the 1800s. The concept is there's a marble that rolls around, so when you turn it upside down, it doesn't spill. Genius. Scottish genius. Fortunately, the reality is it's very messy and it doesn't work a lot of the time. But British engineering. So what we do is, if you look at this, you can see there's a marble wedged in the top there, and I'm very worried about pointing this over my laptop. But you get this little bit of plastic like that, put that in there, and then put that. Please don't explode everywhere. This is so sticky. Oh shit! No! I'm holding it down harder than I've ever held anything in my life. Okay, so it still went everywhere a little bit. I buy this drink to prank my friends and ruin their day. I don't know why I bought it for myself, but I read a news story last week that Rumney are going out of fashion. I wonder why. Is it the messy concept or the average tasting drink? But now I need to find a tissue. Shit. All right, that's that bit. But it doesn't taste too bad. But the reason I bought it is the Rumney business is going down the pan. It might not be here in a decade, so I'm doing my bit to keep the business alive. I've drunk two of these. Yeah. I'm just going to drink it. It's good on a hot day. This is the drink you have at a Japanese festival, and that's the reason they're not doing very well at the moment, because Japanese festivals are all shut because of COVID. So all the amazing festivals Japan has throughout the country every single year all stopped because of bloody COVID, and thus no sales of rum there. So yeah, really unfortunate. Arseny Mum says, "Is it true Japanese government has laws against obesity and tries to enforce them on people? Did you have first-hand experience with this?" I didn't have first-hand experience of this, but there was a time where Japanese companies that had workers that were overweight were punished or fined a little bit. There was the metabol law, literally metabolic law, metabol law, and that came out. I'm going to say 2016. I don't know if it ever went ahead though. Don't know if it ever happened. Yeah, I like pineapple flavour. Says Major Mask. There's a pineapple flavour of this. Elementary Watson says, "I'm just sending this because you're cute and I enjoy your content. Got to go back to work now. Sleep well. Thank you very much." It always feels wrong when someone tells me I'm cute, because I'm definitely not cute. I'm a fucking monster. Disgrace. Anything but cute. I don't. Celedon sounds as, "How much do you know about William Adams, Chris? We both we visited his monument in Gillingham and Yokosuka, and we'd love to see you do a video on him." I'd love to do a video on William Adams, the first British samurai, a British sailor that travelled to Japan in the year something, I think 1600. It took him 2 years to get from the UK to Japan. He sailed around the entire world. He watched his own brother get eaten by cannibals in Argentina, and it just sounds like one hell of a journey. And he became best friends with the emperor, the shogun, Tokugawa Ieyasu. So it's an incredible story. And there's a really good book called, I think, Samurai William, that I recommend checking out. I'm not that big on Japanese history from the sort of 15th, 16th century, but it's an incredible book and a fantastic story. It just feels like fiction because it's so insane. And I know I think the TV series Shogun is based around it somehow. Chris, you've done a video on being vegan in Japan. What about being a vegetarian? I mean, if you could be a vegan, being vegetarian is like a walk in the park, right? I could probably do vegetarian in Japan. I just wouldn't want to. Ty Oppel says, "Morning from British Columbia, Canada, Chris. Thank you for recommending the band Abnormal Cooking School. I love their raw sounds. I recommend Uchu Kombini for some chill vibes." Oh yeah, there's a Japanese band called Abnormal Cooking School that I found out about 6 months, and I talked about it on the podcast, and the music sounds all right. It's just the name raises a few eyebrows. Abnormal Cooking School. And from what I can understand, there's nothing to do with the cooking school. It's just a clever name. Like I remember I did a podcast about 6 months ago on weird Japanese band names, because there are a lot. There's a lot of weird bands in Japan. Like one of them was just called like Lettuce or something. Right, let me find the list. There's an incredible list of Japanese band names that they choose English names because it sounds cool, I guess. It adds prestige. All right, here's a list of interesting band names. I mean, Baby Metal. That's a cool name. That is a cool name. Oh my lord, is that a band? Maximum the Hormone. Maximum the Hormone. And they do look like there's a lot of hormones going on there. Look at that facial expression. Maximum the Hormones indeed. Fucking hell. Sand. Doll's Box. I remember when I first got here in 2012, I think 2014, there was a band of idols who were ever so slightly overweight, and they called the band Chubbiness. And that was a real band. I'm not making that up. Chubbiness. Ridiculous. What else is there? But yeah, there's some strange names. Perfume. I mean, they're big. They're actually good. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, me and Japanese pop music don't have a great relationship, to be honest. I never really. Not my thing. If it's not Tatsuro Yamashita or City Pop or Hyde, then it's not happening. Not interested. Maybe they should try to increase overseas sales of rum there, says Patrick. Apparently, yeah, they are. They're trying to sell these in America at the moment. So, to my American viewers out there, I know there's a fair few of you. Would you buy this? It's crap tasting soda in a cool bottle, invented by a Scottish guy living in Kobe. How could you say no? I'm going to switch back to the good drink that I've yet to finish. Lemon sour honey. Delicious. Sarah says, I hope you're doing well, especially after those videos with Connor. Anytime anyone does a video with Connor, they deserve funding to have some sort of rehabilitation. I don't know what I was thinking. Eating all that fried chicken with Connor, or drinking all the sake with Connor, or going to a Welsh village with Connor, or sharing a Kyoto townhouse with Connor, or just Connor. He's all right. He's a good bloke. He's only 24. Can you believe it? I'm old enough to be his favourite uncle. Ridiculous. Daniel says, would you ever do a video on the rhyme gaming community in Japan? Games such as DDR, Beatmania, IDX, not Guitar Hero. Laughing my ass off. I'm absolutely shit at Dance Dance Revolution. I just can't do it. I'm dreadful. So I can't say I'm enthusiastic about a video doing that anytime soon. Chris, can you get Natsuki to do a cover of Rush's Tom Sawyer? Yes, we'll make that happen. Is there a Norwegian theme park in Japan? Says Drunken Brownies. I don't know. Is there a Norwegian? I think there's a Swedish theme park. There's a British theme park. There's a Welsh theme park. There's a Dutch theme park. Holy shit. In Journey Across Japan 3, spoilers, we went to this Dutch theme park. I'll see if I can find it on the trailer. Yeah. This is the trailer for Journey Across Japan 3. Coming soon to a TV near you. All right, where's the Dutch theme park? Fucking hell. Yeah, there's a Dutch theme park in Nagasaki called Huis ten Bosch, I think, in Dutch. Sorry to my Dutch friends, I've just destroyed your language. But you can kind of see it just here in the trailer, which is coming out in about 2 weeks. And if you look here, look at that. It's like Amsterdam. Oh my god, and that was it. But yeah, there's the biggest theme park in Japan. It's just a Dutch theme park. It's extremely random. But it makes sense because the Dutch were the first country to really become friends with Japan and stuff, and it's to commemorate that. And now let's get in focus. What are you guys doing this Tuesday then? Anything fun? What's your plans? While I go to sleep soon and dream of a better tomorrow, what are you going to be doing? Let me know. This must feel like an ASMR experience with my munching of these bloody Pretz by the microphone. But I'm going to shout out the Patreon because I do it like once every 500 years. The Abroad in Japan Patreon. That trailer you just watched is coming out there, I think, in 2 or 3 days on Patreon, about a week before the Abroad in Japan channel. That's because Journey Across Japan is funded by Patreon. So a huge thanks to everyone on the community and for funding the purchase of these things and these cool retro toys that we've seen here today. And there's lots of cool behind-the-scenes content coming on Patreon as well for Journey Across Japan, so check it out. And that's the end of that. Sponsored by myself. It's cool to shout out your own things and not sponsors for Squarespace or Skillshare. Although I must admit, I'm glad that Squarespace and Skillshare and all these companies support YouTube channels. Like, it is good. Patrick said, speaking of bands, I can recommend Ningen Isu. Not a weird English name, but it's kind of weird in Japanese. Ningen Isu. Human rock? Chair? What? Really? Ningen Isu? Human chair? What's the story behind that? I have Japanese class on Tuesday night. That's what you're doing on Tuesday. What else? What's going else? What are you guys doing on Tuesday? Anything fun? Leonardo says, Hokkaido or Alaska? Which one is colder in the winter? Alaska. Alaska's colder. But I think Hokkaido gets more snow because of the moisture in the air. And we did, and somebody said, "Did you have Heineken in the Dutch theme park?" We did. We did. It was very fun. Natsuki was so delighted to to have Heineken in Huis Bosch. Work, work, work. I'm working. It's my cat's birthday, says Rosie the cat. Wow. Happy birthday to your cat, Rosie. I hope they're having a great cat birthday. What do cats do on their birthday? That's a powerful philosophical question, isn't it? Like, do androids dream of electric sheep? What do cats dream of on their birthday? Probably tuna and salmon. Did you get your PlayStation 5, says Stuart? I did not, Stuart. Still working on that one, to be honest. We're gonna make it happen though. I can feel it. We're gonna get a PlayStation 5 one day in the next 3 years. Jason says, Chris, your beautiful British voice in the background while I work keeps me 110% focused. Don't ever stop. Love from some guy across the globe. Thank you so much, Jason. That's very kind of you. What are you working on? What are you doing today? What's going down? Hannah Higdon says, what do you do if you find yourself in a period of time where you lose motivation or inspiration to continue making content? Well, I mean, it happens to me quite a lot, to be honest, Hannah. Stuff on my eye. It does happen to me a lot. Even like now, recently, I feel like if you're a YouTuber who has to put out content weekly, then that's when the problem really arises, right? I have ideas come, but they don't come thick and fast enough to happen every week. So a lot of my good friends that do YouTube, they do have a weekly schedule, but I find if I try and do a weekly schedule, I just don't enjoy it because I find the ideas are unoriginal. You have to sort of just make a video that's a bit kind of forgettable and second rate. And I feel like whenever I make a video, it has to be something kind of I truly believe in, an idea that excites me. So I'd say if you are losing motivation or inspiration, maybe you're not invested in the thing that you're working on. Maybe the idea isn't kind of exciting enough. Like I was working on a video just the other day and I wasn't that excited by it until I thought of like some interesting jokes and things to put in it. And then I got fired up about it. So you've got to be excited about your own work to feel motivated by your own work. If you're not motivated, then something's wrong fundamentally. And in my case, it's just that I'm not happy with the video that I've made. And there have been cases where I've made a video and then just deleted the whole thing because I've not been happy with it. And I haven't got a problem with that. Quality control is important. Chris, I'm studying for a trigonometry exam. Good God. Will you do something special when you reach Diamond on YouTube? What's Diamond? What is Diamond? Is that 10 million subscribers? When's that? I'll be dead by then, to be honest. I don't know if I'll be around for my own Diamond subscription award. I don't even know where my last bloody YouTube thing went. The million subscriber one. I don't think I ever got it. I don't know where it went. So I'm still waiting on that, to be honest. The name Ningen Isu is taken from a short story by Edogawa Nampo, who I don't know who they are. They play metal. Oh, okay. Ningen Isu. Hello, Chris, says Seth. Very good, Seth. Watching your video while working on a puzzle, says Pretty Weed. Japan is number one on my bucket list. Thank you for your videos. Interestingly, I am working on a video coming out. 2 videos, actually, before Journey Across Japan. One of them is hate mail. I'm reading out some hate mail. That's going to be fun. Reading out messages from people telling me they hate me. It's always a good laugh, isn't it? And the second video is a bit controversial. And it's a video called Why, I think it's like 10 reasons or 12 reasons not to move to Japan. Or like why not to move to Japan, basically. And it's a dangerous one because this channel has been built off of me telling people to live in Japan, to come to Japan. Japan is awesome. The whole channel is about that, right? So I'm going to now make a video screwing myself and going against that by telling people not to move to Japan. What am I thinking? I'm mental. But the Pretz are good. My thinking behind that, though, I'm not trying to put people off moving to Japan. That's not the aim. It's more to prepare them. Because the thing with the Brawn Japan is the whole channel's one big advert for Japan, right? Odds are, like, I get a lot of messages from people saying because of the videos they want to move to Japan. And that's awesome. And I want to support that dream and make it happen. But I also want to kind of offer the other side of that, the downsides to living in Japan, the bad stuff, because it is there, it is real. And so yeah, I'm making a video on that, looking back at my kind of 9 years living in Japan and my experiences, and drawing on other people that I know, and other friends who have had experiences both good and bad. But again, the aim of the video, why not to move to Japan, isn't to put people off, it's to kind of prepare you. So take some solace in that. My Japanese wife could give you 100 reasons not to live in Japan. Oh dear, that's worrying. There's a good video. That's a good video idea. Too many people romanticize a false image of Japan. I mean, sometimes I wonder, have I propagated an image of Japan that's false? In all the videos I do, it's I don't know. I've never been that critical of Japan. I am a bit more in the podcasts, but not in the videos. And I think for the main reason is I love my time here. My experiences in Japan have been very good. And so for the most part, I don't have negative stuff to comment on. But nevertheless, I can certainly think of some reasons not to move here. And I think if I can help people, if I can give people reasons, I don't know. If I feel for the people that are moving here, they need to come prepared. And so I'll open up a bit more about some of the bad stuff. Do you think you'll be going on Trash Taste again? I certainly hope so, Paige. I'd love to. They're all. I love the three of them. Gant, Connor, Animation Man, awesome guys. Love them all. Jay says, "Hey Chris, great stream. Have you ever heard of the local hero trend in Japan? What's the coolest Japanese trend you can think of?" I have heard of the hero trend. Yeah, like every local authority in Japan has a hero character. It's kind of like the next level from mascots, because mascots used to be the big thing, right? Now they've got these hero characters. I must say, though I've always ripped into the mascots, like I think they are pretty cool. There are some shit ones, but there are some good ones. Kumamon, the bear, who's worth $1 billion to the local economy of Kumamoto. There's Melon Bear, who's a fucking terrifying, scary bear with a melon for a head. Where's that one? Melon Bear. Actually, I do like Melon Bear. But like the mascots of Japan are pretty cool. That's probably my favourite trend. There he is. Look at that shit. Fucking Melon Bear. What's going on there? Oh, for God. I saw a video of Melon Bear walking into a daycare centre and all the kids started crying. And it's not hard to see why. I look at that and I want to cry. Who thought that was an appropriate idea for a mascot? But I'm glad they did it, because it's easily the coolest character in mascot history. Got one here from Leonardo, who says, "Bro, your voice is super chill. Man, I hope one day I can go to Japan with my family. Your videos push me forward to go there. Also, hello from Alaska." Hello, Leo from Alaska. I would love to go to Alaska. I want to drive from LA to Alaska, make a video about it. If I live, it'll be great. Has anybody here actually done that? Have you driven from LA to Alaska? Will I die? I'll take Natsuki. Natsuki can be my partner on that trip. I still really want to go to Utah. Utah is my number one place to visit in America. It just looks amazing. It's funny, every time I tell my American friends I want to go to Utah, they're always shocked and appalled, like I've said something really terrible. But I think Utah looks amazing. I'm not even being sarcastic there. It looks genuinely good. Pat says, "Hey Chris, my husband and I visited Sendai 2 years ago because of your videos and enjoyed how chill it was compared to Tokyo. Please keep up the good work. We hope to visit northern Japan." Yeah, Sendai. It's so nice. Like when I'm in Tokyo for a week, after a week, I'm done. I'm spent. I feel like I'm just burnt out because it's just so intense. Whereas Sendai, lovely, beautiful. You've got the mountains. You can see the mountains from the city. You've got the sea. Magical place. Love Sendai. Fuck all to do in Sendai. No tourist attractions, really. It's really awkward trying to promote Sendai. People often ask me what there is there. And I'm like, we got a McDonald's and that's about it. But it's a great city to live in. And it's a great jumping off point to other places like Matsushima Bay or Yamadera Temple or Genbike Gorge. There's lots of cool places around Sendai, but Sendai itself isn't the best tourist attraction. And I say that as somebody who loves Sendai and called it home for a long time. Paula says, taking the chance to thank you for your content and effort you put in. I personally don't mind waiting for your videos because I know it's always great content. Greetings from Argentina, from Paula. Thank you very much, Paula. Yeah, quality over quantity. It's still my philosophy after 9 years. I like people to kind of be excited about the videos that we have on here, and if it takes time, it takes time. You know, Lost in Journey Across Japan, Lost Islands, coming out in 3 or 4 weeks now. That's going to be editing hell. I'm currently editing it right now, in between drinking and doing live streams, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. In between being a nightmare to edit. I'm enjoy snacking, Chris, says Randy. Really love the content. Looking forward to seeing you again. And Natsuki on Trash Taste. Yes, let's start a movement to get Natsuki on Trash Taste. I would pay to see that. I would literally pay. I've been to all 50 states in America, says Jesse. And southern Utah is the prettiest part of the United States of America. Flying to Phoenix, go to the Grand Canyon, then Bryce, Zion National Park, and the Arches. It's going to be amazing. That's exactly the route I want to do. Although I hadn't factored Phoenix into the equation, but absolutely that is the route I want to do. Well done, Jesse. You read my mind. Hey, Chris, my wife and I plan on moving to Japan in a few years for at least 1 year. Thank you for convincing her with your videos, says Life. Well, Life, I hope I don't unconvince her with the upcoming video. Why not to move to Japan? Coming soon. That would be sad. Yeah, I mean, even though I've got a video coming out telling people not to move to Japan for the most part, I still love it here. You know, people ask, I love that. Stopped mid sentence to take a swig. People often ask, after all this time, are you bored of Japan? Are you fed up or whatever? And the answer is no. I still love the country. I still have a lot of things I want to do. Still have a lot of stories I want to tell and people to meet. But I have, as of this year, when all is said and done, I will have visited all 47 prefectures in Japan. The only 3 prefectures I've yet to visit are Totori, Shimane, Kochi, and Miyazaki. Although I've driven through it, I don't technically call that a visit. But I'm going to Totori and Shimane next month with Natsuki. I'm going to Kochi sometime this year, just to kind of tick off the list, and that'll be it. And I'll have visited every prefecture, but I still love it here, and and that's reassuring. I think the fact that I'm not bored after all this time. Leonardo says, do you plan on coming over to Alaska during the winter or summer? They both are bad. I've lived here for 10 years. Winter kills you, but it's chill if there's no blizzard. I think I'll come in summer. I love everyone's. This is just turning into everyone being excited about Utah, and I approve that message. Chris, my wife and I are going on a trip to Utah, and I'm filming it with inspiration from your channel. Please share the videos with me. Let me know. Live the dream. I'd love to go to Utah. Right. Enough about Utah. Enough about Showa era toys. I should probably wrap up and go to bed. What time is it? Fucking hell, it's 12:30. Crikey. Looks like you've lost some weight, Chris, says Evan. Yes, this is what I came here to do, to be told that I've lost weight. I've lost a bit of weight. I don't know how I've done it. I think I've just stopped eating crap. I think after I did the fried chicken video with Connor, my weight kind of went like that. And then I dieted deliberately to offset some of the horrors, some of the cholesterol horror I unleashed upon my body. So I've kind of cracked down on what I eat. I haven't eaten any fried chicken really in the last kind of 3 weeks since that video. So yeah, that's reassuring. I'm going to get fit. It's going to happen. And as I said earlier, for those of you that missed it, I am going to try and climb Mount Fuji this year. It's not going to be fun. They say there's a proverb about Mount Fuji that you might have heard. They say a wise man climbs Mount Fuji once. I'm wise, climbed it once. But a fool climbs it twice. A fool climbs Mount Fuji twice. So if I climb it twice, I'm a fool. I've got a good friend, Victor Gonzalez. You might know him, Frame of Travel. Awesome guy. He's climbed Mount Fuji about 400 times. That's an exaggeration. He's climbed it like 4, 5 times though. He's climbed it a lot, and he's not an idiot. He's a genius. So I'm going to do it. I'm not going to be a fool. I'm going to climb Mount Fuji twice, and I'll probably die at the top of Mount Fuji. Have a heart attack. 31. I'm 31 now. I don't know why I'm going to do it. Chris, hello, Chris. Have you ever done or consider doing small group meetup with your followers as a tour that you plan? You're definitely qualified to conduct interesting tours, says Adam. Thank you, Adam. Really, thank you, very kind for the message. I've there's some sort of company that messages me every week, and it's one of these companies that works with influencers, and I hate the word influencer, and I don't want to ever call myself influencer again. I feel dirty. They work with YouTubers and people who do Instagram, and the idea is that you have a tour of somewhere and you get your kind of viewers to come along. But the problem is the money. It's like 2 weeks in Japan. I think the price was like $5,000, and nobody. It might be less than that, but like even $3,000 to spend like a week or two with me going around Japan. That's not going to be fun for anyone, because after day one, I'll have run out of energy. I'll be like, oh, there's a fucking temple over there, isn't it? You'll arrive. This is the Abroad in Japan tour. Before I go to bed, I'll tell you what the Abroad in Japan 2-week tour of Japan would look like. This hypothetical tour, $3,000 each. Right? You get to Narita Airport. You're tired. You come through. You're jet lagged, and I'm like, all right, get on the fucking bus. Hurry up! And I'll be drinking this. I'll be swigging this. I'll be bored because your plane will be late coming in from Utah or Alaska or Rome or wherever you live, and I'll have to wait because everyone will be coming from around the world on the different planes. And you'll come out through the gate with your luggage, tired. Get on the fucking bus. Go, hurry up. We haven't got time. Get on the bus. You'll get on the bus. We'll check into a reasonably priced hotel. Because I want to make more profit from this travel tour, you're going to end up being in a really crap hotel with really bad, hard beds. So you're not going to get over your jet lag. And then the first day of the trip, you're still going to be jet lagged. And we're going to go and look at the Sensoji Temple in Akasaka, because that's what all the tourists have to do. You've got to go there because it looks quite nice. And they'll go, look, I don't know anything about Sensoji Temple. I'll go, look, there's a temple there. It dates back to a time, and let's buy some chicken. And then we'll go to Family Mart, and then we'll go around the corner to Family Mart, and we'll eat the Family Mart fried chicken. And that's the second day of the Abroad in Japan tour. The third day, we'll go to Akihabara. Nah, we'll go to Shibuya Crossing, because that's what everyone wants. We'll go to Shibuya Crossing, and we'll walk across the crossing 4 times. And I'll tell everyone on the tour, right, get your cameras ready, take a selfie, put it on Instagram. It's a crossing. It's a really busy road. It's going to be brilliant. And then we'll go to McDonald's for dinner, and that'll be the end of the second day, or the third day. I've lost count. And then after that, we'll go to Kyoto. We'll get the bullet train. Actually, no, the bullet train's expensive, and I want more profit. So we'll all go to Kyoto on a bus, like a really crappy bus, a night bus, and you won't sleep because I snore on the bus. I'll be snoring all the way, and so nobody will sleep on this hypothetical shit bus to Kyoto. We'll get off the bus. The night bus usually arrives in Kyoto at about 5:30 a.m. It's really inconvenient, but near where the bus stops, there is a McDonald's. So we'll go and get McDonald's breakfast. We'll get the mega muffin with the hash brown and ketchup, and it's going to be great. And then we'll go to the Fushimi Inari shrines. Fushimi Inari. You know, the shrines will go up the hill. See if I can find a photo of that. Actually, no, isn't it the photo for this YouTube channel? Actually, that's me in front of the Fushimi Inari shrines. So we'll go there, and I took some nice photos of Connor there. Actually, that he hasn't put up online yet. Cheeky. There you go. That's what it'll look like when you go to Kyoto. That's the photo I took of Connor. Quite proud of that. And the thing is, the Fushimi Inaris, it's like the shrine takes like 2 hours to walk up, or it does at my pace. So the tour will be really slow. You'll be tired still from jet lag. The McDonald's breakfast will keep you powered up until you get to the top of the mountain. And then we'll get to the top, and there's lots of wild boar on the Fushimi Inari because it's kind of like a mountain. There's lots of wild boar, and one of the people on the tour will die because the wild boar will gore them to death, and then I'll have to pay out loads of insurance money. That will undo any of the profits I've made from this tour. So we're on day 4, and this tour it's just shit. Someone's died. People are wondering why they've paid $3,500, and then we'll go back into Kyoto, and we'll go to McDonald's again because there's McDonald's everywhere. It's gonna be great, and we'll get the chicken teriyaki burger, and then that's day 4, isn't it? Day 5, we'll go to the monkey park in Kyoto. We'll go there. I'll look at the monkeys, and because I don't like doing tour guide stuff, I'll just sort of sit in the corner and let everyone play with the monkeys. And then someone will get killed by a monkey, and I'll have to pay out more money with insurance money. And that's day 5 of the tour. Day 6 of the tour. By this point, I'm about ready to kill myself because I'm wondering why I'm on this tour. So I'll have McDonald's again. And that's and then by day 7, I'll just be like, right, we've got 1 week left on the tour. Here's $20 each, 2,000 yen. Go and look at Japan, and we'll meet back in Tokyo on Tuesday, and that's the tour, isn't it? That's the end of the tour. But this is an actual tour that a company wanted me to do, right? I'm not even joking. This is a fucking tour, and they message me every week, but I don't reply, and I hope they're not watching this because they're going to kick up a fuss. But anyway, that's the Abroad Japan tour. I hope someone's written it down because I'm going to have to remember that for a video. Shut up and take my money. Why is everyone in the comments actually excited about this tour, this hypothetical tour that's essentially just going to McDonald's? You need chicken and broccoli, Chris, says the Druid. Well, yeah, who doesn't? And then I'll get so bored on the tour that I'll just get my YouTuber friends and I'll just be like, go and hang out with them instead. Go meet Connor. Go meet Charlotte and the animation man. Go and see them and meet me later. This already sounds better than the Fire Festival, even with the monkey murder, says Ryan and Isaac. Anything can be better than Fire Festival, Ryan. The bar's not bar's not very high, is it? If you could change one thing about Sendai, what would it be? Thank you from Rio in Rhode Island. The one thing I would change about Sendai is, I don't know. The one thing I would change about Sendai is, the one thing I would change about Sendai is, here we go. Every year, when there's an election for a local official, I have little trucks go around with loudspeakers, and they have like a team of 4 or 5 people. The politician's not in the van; it's just like his supporters, and they wave and they shout out the speaker, "Vote for Takeshi Sato! Vote for Ryotaro! Vote for Risotto!" And they shout that really loud, and so you'll be sitting in your chair, eating your fried chicken, having a drink, relaxing in your home. It's your 1 day off, and then through the speakers you'll hear, "Vote for Takeshi! Vote for Ryotaro! They're amazing!" Every fucking year. It drives me mad. And that's one thing I'd change about Sendai. Bring back Mr. Snuggles the cat, says the Druid. I don't know what happened to Mr. Snuggles. He went in the bin about 4 years ago, and there's been no looking back since. We've got one here. Good morning, Chris, from the sunny city of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, in Canada, says Jesse. Fantastic. That's a tongue twister, isn't it? How would you even say that in Japanese? Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan. Actually, it's not that hard, is it? A good friend of mine, a good Japanese friend of mine, told me that the hardest word for a Japanese person to say is thriller. Because if you think about it, it's kind of like surira. Actually, that sounds quite easy in hindsight. Maybe he was exaggerating, but apparently, yeah, thriller is one of the hardest words to say for a Japanese person. Hi, Chris. If you come to Kyoto again, visit this ramen restaurant called Toritani, and order the something or rather soba, some sort of chicken soba. Jukuse Tori soba. I think it's a hidden gem and possibly one of the best ramens in Japan, says Kodai. I certainly will. I'll make a note of that. To prove that I'm going to do it, I'm taking a photo right now of the screen. Cool. I put it on the Abroad Japan tour called Tori Tani, Jukusei Tori Saber. We'll put it on the tour. The imaginary Abroad Japan tour that people are queuing up for. Man, what did I just tune into? You tuned into me discussing a hypothetical tour. What's your favourite train line in Japan? Mine is Yurikamome in Tokyo. I think that's Joey the Anime Man's favourite train. My favourite train line in Japan is the Inaho train. That's fucking hell. I just realised how weird how bad that sounds. Inaho. I'm not making this up, am I? Is it actually called that without me realising it? Inaho train. I hope I haven't made that up. That's really bad. Yeah, it's good. It's fucking hell. So I got mental then. How did I not realise how dodgy that is? Right, there's a train called Inaho. Inaho. And it goes down the west coast of Japan along the beautiful Sea of Japan coastline from Akita to Niigata. And it's Inaho. And it's a great train. I can't believe, how did I not realise all these years? Inaho. How inappropriate is that for a train line? What train line shall we get? Inaho. You what? Fucking. I was going to keep this live show to an hour and a half. We've overrun, but I'm enjoying this drink so damn much. Oh, I'm not going anywhere, and I haven't finished these yet. Oh man! Apparently, Charla's in the chat. Hello, Charla. Chris, why do you not put sponsors in your videos? Says Liberty. Don't want to. I've got Patreon. I think if I didn't have the Abroad Japan Patreon, I would have to do a lot more sponsors. It would be like, this episode of Abroad Japan is brought to you by Skillshare and Squarespace and Audible and everyone. But because of Patreon, I don't do it. I could do sponsors. To be fair, I do them occasionally. I did do a sponsor last year with JR East, the company that owns the bullet trains. And that was the video where Ryota and I sat in the super duper grand class, first class train. And I do have a sponsorship coming up with Suntory. Hopefully that will all go ahead. A Suntory sponsorships. That should be cool. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I just have. So hopefully it still goes ahead. But I'm very lucky. Like where Abroad Japan is now, I don't need to take sponsorships as much as I used to. And I don't like doing sponsorships unless they fit naturally with the video or fit naturally with Japan, right? So the bullet train video that was sponsored, that's a natural fit. That's interesting, right? They gave us access. And the reason I work with companies like JR East, the Shinkansen company, is they gave us access to film with a first class carriage, which is very hard to get and it's not easy to film there. So situations where you can work with a company that give you permission or access to somewhere, that is the time that I work with sponsors. But if it's something like I don't know, like a VPN, like I've had a lot of VPN companies reach out and Audible and all these ones, but it just doesn't fit with Abroad Japan, and so I avoid it. Even though it would be nice to have more money to invest in videos, I guess. So maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. I don't know, but yeah, thank you to everyone on Patreon, and thank you for you guys for always tuning in and watching as well. You know, just by watching Abroad Japan, that's good. Ad revenue helps us fund all these projects like Journey Across Japan, and the last video with Pete where we went to the most northern point in Hokkaido, that was funded through just Patreon stuff. So a lot of VPN companies advertise using misinformation anyway, says Marmite. Is it true that you'll find it hard to book for a Nyokan Japanese inn as a solo traveler? Says the Batabotaboto, the Batatot. The Batatot. What's a compliment? That's a complicated name. Maybe it's the alcohol. Maybe it's the name. It can be hard to book a Japanese inn for one person because they like having more people. The rooms are designed for more people typically. But the answer is no, because you can just book a twin room and just stay in it as just one person. To be honest, so no, it's actually not a problem. Would you consider videos on regional Japanese art and handcrafted artisan goods, like visiting a swordsmith or a traditional artist? I did visit a swordsmith before. Those videos never do well, unfortunately. Such a shame. I think people aren't interested in swords as much as you'd think. But I'm open-minded to it. I'm always on the hunt for interesting stories. If there's a certain charismatic swordsman, then I'd love to do something like that with them and hear their story. Yeah, I don't know. Does handcrafted art really fit with my persona? Probably not. I'm such a horrible, fucking monstrous individual that they'd be like, I've spent 200 years making this record player out of cotton and wool and my hands and blood, sweat, and tears. And I'd be like, oh, that's good, isn't it? Oh, fucking great. Where's the McDonald's, isn't it? That's literally what I would do. And so I feel like I'm the wrong person to do that. Someone like Tokyo Lens Norm, he's the man. If it's something with quality, get him to do it. Jack says, love the channel and seeing how far you've come. When's the next trash taste? I don't know. I want everyone who's watched this to go and harass Connor and Joey and Gant on Twitter to get me on Trash Taste. Let's start a campaign, bring back Abroad in Japan, make it happen. Thomas says, hey, Chris, my wife and I have been fans for years. We have a 2-year-old and would like to visit Japan. What are some kid-friendly places to visit? Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't have a kid. I don't know any kids in Japan. Honestly, I'd say leave your kid at home and come without the kid because you can have a bit more fun. But I think bringing a 2-year-old kid, it wouldn't be a fun holiday for anyone. Just go to Utah instead, and then when your kid's kind of like 5 or 6, then bring them because they'll appreciate Japan. They'll be like, "Wow, sushi." Nintendo Land, says Jeff. Yes, go Nintendo Land, Disneyland. I mean, yes, go Disneyland. I hate it, but I think kids would like it. But you will have to stand with your 2-year-old son in a queue for 2 hours, and I don't know how they'd feel about that. Like when I cast my mind back to when I was 2, I didn't like standing around for 3 hours. But I don't know. Yeah, honestly, Thomas, it's a tough one. I don't feel like Japan is the sort of country to bring your kids at that age, maybe. But hopefully, you can prove me wrong. Sorry, I'm chewing these sweets. These are fucking good. Sponsored by Pure and Natural Gummy Sweets. It's an explosion in your mouth. It's really good, actually. Like that. It says on the outside it's fluffy. On the inside, it's good. Oh man, we need more videos where you get drunk and spill shit all over the place. That video was awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that video is not on my channel. I'm glad it's on Connor's channel. My humiliating experience. Never again. That'll probably happen again, to be honest. Yeah. Japan, not for kids, Chris. What about the adorable watermelon bear? Exactly. Yeah. If you're going to bring your kid over, first things first, be sure to show them this. If you missed it, if you bring your kid over, I demand that you take them to see Melon Bear, the bear with a melon for a head. He or she will love it. Your kid will love it. It'll be great. Hello, Chris Chan. A challenge of sorts. Feel free not to do it. You think you can make an interesting video based around beatboxing? I don't know, to be honest. I don't really... I haven't done beatboxing that much in recent years, ever since I stopped teaching. That was like my party trick. When you're a teacher in Japan, you've got to do some sort of dance monkey dance kind of party trick to entertain the students when they're bored by the crappy grammar you've got to teach them. My party trick was, of course, beatboxing. So we'd like all the kids would be falling asleep, and I'd just be like, "Fuck," like that, and then all the kids would be like, and they'd wake up, and then they'd all go, "Wow," and they'd clap, and then there's always one kid who's like, I can beatbox too. And in Japanese, they call beatboxing boipa, voice percussion, boipa. Short. It's quite clever, boipa. I think beatbox sounds cooler, right? Beatboxer. But yeah, they call it boipa. And there's always one kid in the class, like the class clown, the funny one. and they'll be like, Oremo. What would they say? Like, yeah, Oremo boy padekiru. And I'll be like, okay, you can do beatboxing too. And they'll come up to the front and everyone will be laughing because they know what's coming. They know that they're going to be inherently shit. And they'll come to the front of the class and they'll be like, and everyone will go, ah, ha, 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 and I'll laugh and it'll be really funny. And the first 2 times that happened, it was quite funny. But after 3 years and seeing and hearing that happen at least 400 to 500 times, the joke wears very thin. Yeah, it's probably why I stopped teaching. Got sick of people doing crap beatboxing. Trevor says, "Do you ever think you'll make it to? Do you ever think you'll make that video in Utah?" Never say never, Trevor. That rhymes. Sounds like a fucking rap. Never say never, Trevor. I'm going to make it to Utah. That's my promise to you, Trevor. I'm going to make it to Utah. I don't know when, but it's going to happen. Probably, yeah. I don't know. I'd love to go. I still want to do a road trip with Natsuki across the US. I think it'd be a lot of fun because it's his like lifelong dream. Natsuki has 2 dreams. Number 1, to be a rock star, and he's already done that in Natsuki the movie. And his second dream is to go to Utah. Well, it's actually to go to Texas, but Utah's kind of close, so we can pass through Utah on the way. So we'll do like a road trip around the South, around the US, and it'll be great. It's gonna be magical. Chris, I just binged all of Journey Across Japan. It was incredible. I just want to support the channel. Bring Charlotte on more trips. She's a dream, says Ricky Thomas. Thank you, Ricky. Yeah, Charlotte was good fun actually on the trip. What did we do on the episodes? We went to a fish market. We went to a market. I fell off my bike. Don't know if that was Charlotte's fault. I was too busy looking at her amazing face that I was so distracted. I fell off the bike and that really hurt. What else did we do? Oh, we did the episode, Why I Don't Speak Japanese. Yeah, that was a fun day, actually. Yeah, we did some really fun episodes together. I'd love to do something with Charlotte again. Do you think you can collab with Ben Mabley or Ben Mabley? I would love to. I don't know who Ben Mabley is, but I will say yes. I'll say yes, and hopefully they're good. Chris, let me know if you ever come near Dallas or Fort Worth, Texas. I used to think Fort Worth was just a fort, but I'm going to assume it's not a fort. I'm going to assume Fort Worth is now a town or a city. Lots of America has so many towns and cities. I often, if I've got nothing better to do, like this afternoon, I went on Google Maps and I just go and look at how big America is on Google Street View, and the answer is absurdly big. Why is America so big? It's absolutely ridiculous. I just spent like half an hour going around a New Jersey housing estate, just like driving around some houses in New Jersey. In hindsight, I probably should have gone somewhere fun, like Utah. But I'm just to me, like in the UK, we have one really big city, which is London. Then we have some other big cities like Edinburgh or Manchester or Birmingham. But the US is just so many fucking big cities, some of which you've not really heard of or don't know that well. Same as like China, I guess, or even Japan. But yeah, the UK, England, where I'm from, yeah, it's just tiny. It's like the size of like probably California. I think California is bigger than England and the UK in general, but I don't know. Would love to go still. Adam says, Chris, for post-COVID time, have you done or do you consider doing a small group meetup? I think I've already read that one. That's where I got the Abroad Japan tour from. No. The short answer to that question was no, sorry. And the long answer was go back 20 minutes where I rant about why I don't do tours. Abroad in America, says Sarah. Yes. Let's make it happen, Sarah. Now it's abroad in the US. Imagine if I did that. Imagine if I just branded. One day I woke up and I was like, right, I'm done in Japan. It's time to change the game. And wrote abroad in America. And that was it. And then I went off around America in a tent and a van, eating chicken all day. It'd be good, wouldn't it? Joe says, I just joined and Chris is chatting shit on my home state. I'm not Joe. If your state is Utah or Texas, it's good. Did I say New Jersey? I wasn't chatting shit about New Jersey. It's good. I know all the housing estates in New Jersey now because of Google Street View. Amazing face. That's a nice way to substitute the thickness. Oh, God. Wales. You should go to Wales, Chris. Actually, no, I do want to go to Wales. My dream is to have the one and only Sea Dog VA, Connor Dog, show me around Wales and climb Mount Snowdon together. Dare to dream, ladies and gentlemen, dare to dream. A tour with Connor. I'm hoping for you to go to my old ALT stomping ground and visit the countryside of Shimane. Go to Izumo Taisha, Matsue Castle, Mount Sanbe. Good times at the second most countryside prefecture of Japan. I'd love to, Ray. And you might have missed it earlier, but yeah, Shimane is the one of 3 or 4 prefectures that I've yet to visit. Think about that. I've been to 43 prefectures in Japan. Shimane is one of the last few, and I'm going there next month, actually, with Natsuki for a short period of time. It's a secret, though. I won't tell you why we're going, but it's going to be amazing. Mainly because we're going to go to Totori. My Japanese friend has actually walked across America from the East Coast to California, camping along the way. Fucking hell. And they're alive to tell the tale. That must have taken... How long did that even take? How is that possible? How do you walk from the East Coast to California? I could barely walk up the stairs. Or I can barely walk up the stairs of my apartment block, let alone walk from New York to LA. Chris, I've been addicted to your channel since discovering it about a year ago. How about visiting the Dutch city they've built in the south of Japan? Well, we did actually talk about that about an hour ago. We visited the Dutch theme park for Journey Across Japan 3, and that's coming out in a few weeks. So stay tuned. And it was as good as people think it is. Genuinely amazing. Want to go back. I woke up, right? They've literally built a replica of Amsterdam. There's loads of beautiful houses that are real European houses. They've got canals. It's incredible. Windmills. I woke up and I was like, wait a minute. Where the fuck am I? Am I in Japan? It's that good, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Chris, any tips for solo travel in Japan for the first time? My tip is go to lots of bars, meet lots of people. When somebody says, do you want to hang out tomorrow? Say yes and go along with them and see what happens. You won't regret it unless they're a murderer. Radio Kid says, if you and Natsuki come through Texas, I'll take you shooting and get you guys to blow up some tannerite. It's a blast. Pun intended. Very clever, that. That sounds like fun to me. Count me in. Man, I have to say, it's been quite the evening. I realise you did change your channel name, says Jeff. Yes, I changed from A Broad Perspective to Chris Abroad. I felt A Broad Perspective was just a very clunky and shitty sounding channel name. And I'm a lot more serious going forward about doing stuff on this channel. I want to do more live shows, actually. Opening cool stuff, eating cool stuff, drinking cool stuff, eating cool stuff, drinking more cool stuff. I want to do it. I want to do it more often. Whether it's here in my, whatever this is, studio. Is it a studio? It's a studio. Or on the road. I don't know. I'd love to do more, though. Should I do more live shows? Yes or no? Chris, how about you do a live show with Connor at one of the all-you-can-drink bars? I mean, that would be a disaster, an unmitigated disaster. I did one live show when I was really drunk with Connor on Instagram about 1 month ago, and I was very much regretting that the next day. I think it's still up as well, but don't go and look. Don't go and look. Promise me you won't look. Braden says, Chris, I've recently discovered that I'm of Japanese descent. Wow. And I've been wondering about how I could incorporate that into getting an extended visa. Do you have any tips? Braden, exploiting your newfound powers to get a visa. Can't blame you, to be honest. It's a good move. I don't know. It's really not my subject, but I depends when we're saying of Japanese descent. I don't know. If your parents are Japanese, then yeah, you could probably get a visa or something. If it's your grandma's cousin's mum or someone who was Japanese, might be a bit more difficult in hindsight. But it depends on how close the family were. I would genuinely just go and drop an email to the British Embassy, and I'm judging that you're British because you've got the Union Jack in your photo. But yeah, I just dropped British Embassy a line, and they'll probably tell you, to be honest, if you can do it or not. Jonathan says, Chris, I think you could walk further in America than you think with McDonald's on almost every corner. Yes, there we go. Think about that. Surely, if I was walking from Baltimore to San Diego, which is something I'm definitely going to do, if I was walking from Baltimore to San Diego, how long would that take? Any ideas? Is it on Google? Can we look it up? Let's look it up. This is 1 a.m. in the morning here. What am I doing in my life? This is important though. San Diego. All right. Directions. Starting point. Baltimore. Baltimore. Come on. Yep. So it takes 1 day and 16 hours by car. Wow, is that it? That must be bollocks. That must be without like stopping, right? Which is not realistic. By walking, apparently 35 days, 23 hours. So, but does that include sleeping? That it's either going to be 35 days, and that's including sleeping, or it's going to be like 70 days with sleeping. So that's 70 days each and every day having McDonald's. But surely, if you did it and you ate McDonald's every day, the walking would burn off the McDonald's. And would you have a net loss or a net gain? Don't know. Important things there. That's what science is all about, isn't it? Working out how much McDonald's you can eat while you walk across America for a month. Dragon's Bane says, cheers to the Tony Stark of Japan. Thank you very much. I was thinking of opening this one, but cut my losses. I think I've been doing this for 2 hours now. My Twitch streamer friends, like Pete, like Connor, they do Twitch for like 4 or 5 hours. How do they do that? Where's the energy come from? I've been doing this for 2 hours, and I feel like I've run a marathon. And I'm supposed to climb Mount Fuji later this year. How's that going to happen if I can't sit in a chair for 2 hours and talk? What have I become, ladies and gentlemen? What have I become? Mike says, take the kids to the Robot Dinosaur Hotel and give them nightmares. Yes, to the guy that said he wants to come here with a 2-year-old son or daughter, I can't remember. Take your kid to the Robot Dinosaur Hotel. It's a blast, and the dinosaurs are really not that good. The awkward truth is, 4 years ago, I did a video on the Dinosaur Robot Hotel, and because they were very kind in letting us film there, I hid all the things that went wrong off the video. Like some of the robots just didn't work that well, and it was just really not that. I was quite underwhelming. It might be because the hotel was brand new in hindsight, and it was teething problems, but I was generous and I edited it so the robots, every time they just broke, I just didn't put it in. Terrible. I should have put it in. Are you going to play games with Peter on Twitch? Yes, I'd love to go on Premiere 2 and play Cyberpunk once one of us gets a PlayStation 5. Jessica says, my brother's going to Japan on the jet program this year. Any ideas for his leaving gift? Money, Jessica. Give him all the money. Giving a packet full of money, because that is the one thing you really need when you move to Japan, to be honest. Lots and lots of money. And also, I'm from your hometown. Well done, Jessica. I don't know if that's to be rewarded or commiserated for being from my hometown. Chris, if you think the US is huge, go visit Russia with McDonald's everywhere. I love this. I love everyone's trying to one-up each other, not just by the size of the country, but by the number of McDonald's that exist in those countries. I'd love to walk across Russia, especially if there's McDonald's involved. Chris, have you heard of the internet sensation that's HoloLive? Says some crow. It's not really my thing. When I visited Joey not that long ago, Joey told me all about HoloLive. Joey loves HoloLive, the anime man. He watches it all day. But it's not really my thing. I've never understood Twitch or HoloLive or all that stuff. So no, not really my thing. But I can kind of understand why people like it. I can kind of get it. Eddie says, any thoughts on when Japan will lift travel restrictions on foreigners? Eddie. Again, I talked about this earlier, but there's no signs at the moment. My advice to you is, if you want to come to Japan this year, don't book your flights. Don't book anything just yet, because it's not clear what's going to happen. And fingers crossed, maybe it'll be open in autumn. I said that 1 year ago. I was like, it'll be open by October. And then it just got worse. So I don't want to hypothesize. Japan's very slow with the vaccines. So that could be a serious problem there as well. But unfortunately, I don't know. I'd say it's like 60-40 unfavorably in Japan opening up by autumn. But they might make a bubble. There are talk about them having a business bubble with certain countries, but tourism, I'm not so optimistic. And I don't think you can sneak in and pretend to come on a business, like on business visa. Like, yes, I have business. I want to go to Kyoto to sell hats. I honestly, I think it's not going to work. Corpiot says, no McDonald's on road trips. Don't go to McDonald's. Go to the grocery stores of Texas. Go to Buc-ee's for beaver nuggets. Buc-ee's beaver nuggets. What is that? Sounds like Chuck E. Cheese. You, Natsuki, Ryotaro, Pete Donaldson, Battle Royale. Who wins? What's your strategy? I think Ryotaro would win because Pete and Natsuki are too nice. Like, Natsuki would never kill me because he's a great friend. He'd probably sacrifice himself. Pete Donaldson, probably on the same wavelength. He'd be like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But Ryotaro, he'd be like, yeah, let's all work together. And then he'd stab you in the back and kill you dead. That's what Ryotaro would do. Bastard. Bobby says you should do the Route 66 drive from Illinois to California, even though it even goes through Arizona. Lots of cool Americana and kooky shops. I'm sold. Sounds good to me. Joshua, Chris, love the channel. Watching you from Wales. Two of my friends hate you and call you Chris Fraud, though. Just thought you'd get a kick out of it. I long for the day. I love Chris Fraud. I long for the day to be on the front cover of a newspaper, coming out with like handcuffs and just the banner headline, Chris Fraud. That's what I live for. On the one hand, I want it to happen because it'll be quite funny. On the other hand, I definitely don't. Adam says, do you want to return to Golden Guy to film more videos? Even is it open now? Seems impossible because of the tiny bars. I haven't been to Golden Guy since COVID kicked off. Actually, no, I walked through it and it was surprisingly busy. I don't think Golden Guy has been too badly impacted by COVID, but Tokyo as a whole is kind of closing down at the moment. And so I'd love to go back to Golden Guy, but certainly not while COVID is a thing. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap up. It's been 2 hours now. I thank you for those of you that have been here the entire time and listened to me rattle on about my tour that I'm going to not do, my incredible hypothetical tour of Japan, seeing the little retro goods, drinking the not so retro alcohol. It's been fun. I hope to do this again soon. We're journeying across Japan out sometime in the next 3 weeks or so. I'm probably going to do a live show just before that. I'm even thinking of doing a live show like for a whole week, every day for a week, to challenge myself and see what goes on there. I'm open to your ideas. I've run out of ideas. We all know that. He's run out of ideas, isn't he? I've run out of ideas. But yeah, I love doing live shows. I love chatting with you guys. And 2 videos out in the next week or so. One of them reading hate mail, one of them talking about why you shouldn't move to Japan. And hopefully it won't put you off, even though it's going to be talking about bad stuff. But it's going to be fun. And then, of course, journey across Japan. Check out the Abroad in Japan Patreon for those of you that haven't seen it yet. It's quite good. There's like 25 exclusive videos on there right now. And you get it. Yeah. And all of Journey Across Japan, every single episode will have a behind-the-scenes episode coming out on Patreon as well. But for now, guys, no matter where you might be out there in the big wide world, whether it's the US or Europe or Canada, or I'm not going to list off every country. That's a bad move. But no matter where you are, enjoy your Tuesday, and I'll see you sometime in the next few days in a hate mail video. And to end this, for the last people remaining, I'll beatbox my way out, because that's what people like, innit? Beatboxing.